So I think with AFPST, every single penny goes in absolutely the right direction. It goes to making a difference on snow. And if you speak to any of our athletes, they're incredibly humble about their achievements on snow. But the one thing that runs throughout is they all say it's life-changing, and it genuinely is.
The darkness is extremely lonely. And for a long time I lived in that loneliness that looked like there was no escape, locking myself away from friends, family, the world. As my journey has gone on, glimmers of light from people or experiences have given me hope that I can move on out of the darkness. I started in the dark. You're on your own in the wilderness, nothing correct around you apart from you, your thoughts, your feelings, pushing yourself all the way to get to that light that you crave, finishing 47 minutes later with the sun rising. When I was going up that slope on those skins, the struggles in which I had to get to the final point made it feel so real to the struggles you have day to day in your life with PTSD, complex PTSD, anxiety. It was a journey that I was in control of but had all the feelings of everyday life with PTSD. And getting to the top with 10 seconds to spare made it all worthwhile. And you pushing yourself in life to try and live with PTSD was that feeling at the end. If AFPST did not come along, I would still be in darkness with no light to look forward to even know if it was there. And that's the power of not just good, kind, generous people that give to charities that can provide things that push ourselves, but a charity that brings people together from all different disabilities, physical, mental, into one place to help each other with their own struggles, to see other people in their part of their journey. And it gave me the ability to believe that I wasn't going to live in darkness forever. And if there's a chance for me to do it, then I hope I can help someone else do it. But it's a long journey, it's not easy at all.
I've known Billy for over 20 years now, and when I first saw him, not long after his mental breakdown, he was lost, and I wanted to do something to support him. That's been a really long journey to get him out onto snow, but it's been an absolute privilege and an honour to be able to provide that opportunity for him and witness the unbelievable change in him. And that's what keeps me and all the volunteers motivated. We see the impact and the difference we make every day, and it makes us want to do it more.
I think when I first came to AFPST, I was almost ashamed of my injuries. I didn't really want to be seen and I was very anxious. But now it's just second nature now to fit into the family, and I've definitely got some lifelong friends from from the skiing that I've been doing.
Have you had a good day?
I've had a smashing day. I got injured fairly early on in my career, so I didn't really have much chance to find my adrenaline rush. Since being injured, I've found that I get a real buzz from that. I think for me there's quite an element of freedom as well that skiing provides, and I just get a massive high from it. I would say AFPST have and will continue to change people's lives for the better. I'd just really like to thank them for what they've offered me. I don't think they'll ever quite realise how much they've changed my life and how I approach day-to-day life as well.
So this is all about sport, and we draw from grassroots capability from across our 3 disciplines: alpine, Nordic and snowboarding. And for the right people, we'll take them from grassroots right the way up to the elite level, where we've got some men and women competing for Winter Game Paralympic places.
I'm currently on the national alpine ski team for Great Britain as a full-time professional athlete, training towards the Milan Cortina Winter Paralympic Games in 2026. Every stride of my journey was literally powered by AFPST. From the coaching, the race support, training, they've fed me into the national team and got me to the level where I am today. Without that support, it simply would not have been possible. Going back to sort of where I started from as a young man with a life-changing injury and a very uncertain future, there's a million places I could have ended up. And at the time, this charity was a lighthouse in the storm for me at that point. I feel now that I am in an incredibly fortunate position as a veteran who is now also a full-time professional athlete. That has led to me being almost in a constant state of well-being. I think that's part of being an athlete. It's part of what being an athlete is. And through that, there are certainly battles that I'm not having to fight anymore, that I can see that other veterans are having to go through. I feel the lifestyle that I'm living now has enabled me to go through a stage of healing where, I'm in this constant state of well-being.
My journey started off the back of Invictus 2018, and it was a couple of weeks before going out to Sydney that I joined Armed Forces Para Snowsport team, and the progression from there to now is just absolutely astronomical. I managed to get onto the GB development squad, basically the first rung for me getting points on the board, and heading hopefully for the Paralympics 2026.
AFPST got me into snowboarding originally, and AFPST has been amazing for developing my riding. I had nothing to do when I got injured, but like snowboard is such a massive part of my life now. It's given me something to actually aim for. My biggest aim now is the Paralympics, Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get there. But I'm feeling confident for it, I feel like if the development curve keeps going the way it's going, then I think I've got a good shot at making it, yeah.
I would like to say to future sponsors that want to get involved, it's gratefully received, and we will put it to work. And it's changing people's lives. I would have never thought I'd have been here without the opportunities that's brought.
The visually impaired programme for AFPST now sees a bespoke opportunity for a week away in Italy in January, where we can bring people together. We can also train our guides, and then the results are they come out to Colorado and they race. And I think the key bit is the relationship between guide and athlete. That takes a huge amount of trust.
Okay, so back to bring the dog to a pole.
With regards to my vision impairment, it impacts every aspect of my life. I can't read, I can't recognise people's faces, so I've really had to adapt and overcome. With regards to the charity and coming here, the camps just give me so much more confidence. It gets me with like-minded people with other disabilities. It's like a military environment, and it gives me such good confidence, which I then take home, and throughout the year it gets me through the year.
Right central. Here's the left turn.
My life changed when I lost my sight within 3 hours. That devastated my family, who were much younger then. Yeah, it put me way into a dark place. And I take sometimes, well, I'm quite happy to swap a leg or a limb for kind of an eye back. I have to totally rely on others in order to get through each and every single day. And even when I'm across and out with the training camps, it's my guide who looks after me. So he technically is not only guiding me and coaching me, he's actually looking after my welfare off the slope. And without Neil, I wouldn't be here. And it was through Neil that I got involved in the first place. So, you know, look at me. But he's an amazing, absolutely amazing guy.
The change it makes to people's lives, coming away to these kind of environments it's priceless for people. And you know, any money donated will always go to fantastic use. It's done absolutely wonders for me. And personally, I've seen changes in people. You know, I've been to camps where people are not talking, you know, they're very in their shell, and now they're just away, they're different people. And it's not just the impact it has here, it must impact their relationships with their friends and their families when they go home, and make life better for other people, not just for the athletes.
When you get the skis on for the first time when the season starts, you've got this nervousness like, am I still able to do this? Can I do it? Neil just says, let's go. But as soon as we start moving off the edge, that adrenaline rush and that fresh wind, cool air, it's hard to explain. It's just, it's freedom. It is absolute freedom.
So the bottom line is snow sports are an expensive endeavour. When you see the stories of any one of our athletes, you realise that it is a priceless gift we're providing. But to do that does require financial resource. Well, really, there's three ways that we raise the capital to provide our services. The first through very generous sponsors. The second will be through our fundraising activities. And every year the charity endeavours to provide a challenging event for athletes to go inspire others and raise money. And finally, just through very, very kind, generous donations of both the public, commerce, the defence industry particularly. Well, I'm very grateful for all of our volunteers who give of their time. And I'm enormously grateful to all of our donors and sponsors who give their financial backing to allow us to serve those who have served us.